morning. Welcome to your program, The News of the Young People of the Cbtis. Today, in the space of the problems faced by young people in Mexico, we will see the topic of sexual violence presented by the student of Cbtis 149, Brenda Karina Rangel Gutiérrez. She is in the second semester in the specialty of childcare, which received help to make the presentation of the teacher María, Rocio, Villegas, Arroyo. Without further ado, I let you with this intriguing report. Hello, I am Brenda. I hope you are well. The World Health Organization defines sexual violence as any sexual act, attempt to consummate a sexual act, unwanted sexual comments or insinuation, or addictions to market. Sexual violence involves the use of physical force, coercion, or psychological intimidation to cause a person a sexual act or other unwanted sexual behaviors. Forms of sexual violence. It's commonly thought that sexual abuse or aggression involves physical contact. However, there are several ways in which it can occur, which are classified into by type of contact, cycle, touching of the victim's genitals with dogs or breastfeed by the abuser over or under the clothing. Convince you to force children and adolescents to touch the genitals of the abuser. Rubbing of the aggressor genitals against the child's body or clothing. Sexual kissing in the mouth or touching other parts of the body above or under clothing. Bucogenital contact between the abuser and the girl, boy, or adolescent, or sucking, kissing, licking, or beating breasts, or buttocks, or other body parts with sexual interest. Rape, with the introduction of the penis in the body of the girl or boy by vaginal, anal, or oral means, or by vaginal or anal means of any element, instrument, or any part of the human body, other than the penis by the aggressor for sexual purpose. In the majority of the penal codes of our country, these behaviors are considered aggravated when committed against a girl, a boy. Display of the aggressor genitals to the child, boy, or adolescent. Force the victim to show off naked or body parts to the aggressor, pose or imitate erotic movements for personal enjoyment. Force the girl, boy, or adolescent. Sexual abuse is type of sexual activity or contact act. You do not consent to an attacker use physical force or treats or hide drugs or alcohol to his victim to sexually abuse her. Sexual abuse includes rape and sexual coercion. If you are sexually assaulted, it's not your fault no matter under what circumstance it occurred. Right be exposed. Sexual assault on individuals with altered conscience, child sexual assault, rape, incest sexual assault, aggression against persons with disabilities, sexual assault of the elderly, sexual assault as hate crime, sexual harassment, rape by strangers, gang rape, sexual exploitation. What types of sexual assault exist? Number 1. Rape by spouse or partner. Rape or sexual assault is often committed by people with whom the victim has a partner. In this case, the rapist usually believes that he has a certain right to sexually dispose of his partner, ignoring the latter's opinion and consent. Threat, undervaluation, manipulation, coercion, or brute force are used to consummate the sexual act. It's a type of physical and psychological abuse sometimes carried out as mechanisms of manifestation of power or even as an attempt by an abuser to reconcile by force. Number 2. Sexual assault of individuals with altered conscience. Some of the violations that take place are linked to states in which the sexually assaulted subject is not a position to have or not consent because he/she does not have a sufficient level of conscience. Rape can occur while the victim is sleeping or convalescing from an illness, positioning in which the victim is not able to perceive the situation correctly. Within the category, we can find sexual aggression carried or through the use of substance. This type of sexual assault refers to the use of substance, including alcohol or other drugs, with psychoactive effects in order to alter the victim's level of consciousness and consummate the act without advantage or alteration. Number 3. Child sexual assault. Pederasty is a crime in which a minor is used as a sexual object by an adult taking advantage of the difference in age, knowledge, maturity, and power. It's generally carried out by people belonging to the intimate environment, so the sexual assault occurs in a context of abuse of truth. Although physical force is sometimes used, it takes advantage of the link between the victim and the attacker or between the attacker and those close to the victim, using manipulation and coercion. In the case of child sexual assault, the minor is not sufficiently aware of what a sexual relationship entails to be able to give or deny consent. Number 4. Rape. Rape is a practice of sexual activities between an adult and minor in which the latter gives his consent to the consummation of the act due to the seduction and manipulation carried out by the adult. The basic difference with child sexual assault is that while in this case the minor is not aware of what it means to have sex, in rape does. Number 5. Incestuous sexual assault. Generally linked to practice of pedophilia or child sexual assault, this type of abuse is carried out by the most significant person of the victim of sexual assault, taking advantage of that relationships to manipulate the individual and force their consent. Sometimes it's carried out by force, in the economic way that it's unclear to be denounced, due to the importance of the aggressor to the victim. Number 6. Aggression against persons with disabilities. In many cases, people with disabilities can be victims of harassment and sexual assault. Because of their disability, an aggressor may find it easier to force sexual intercourse. One of the most frequent cases of the type of sexual assault is against people with intellectual disabilities. Even if they can consent to the sexual act, if the aggressor takes advantage of a difference in intellectual abilities and a lack of understanding of the act to coerce the individual and manipulate him, her, she, he, would be committing an abuse classified as rape. Number 7. Sexual assault of the elderly. The elderly are also frequent victims of the sexual abuse. Due to reduced physical capacity and injury, the elderly are a population to which some rapists can have easy access and can be more sexually dominated. And addiction, in many cases, abusers can take advantage of the state of connecting empowering topical on individuals with advanced dementia, results in abuse of power. Number 8. Instrumental sexual assault. This type of violation refers to one whose objective is not specified. To obtain gratification, whether sexual or derived, for the need for power, but is carried out for a specific purpose. Examples of these are obtaining an economic benefit, of causing damage to third parties linking to victim. Number 9. Sexual assault as hate crime. Rape is sometimes used a method of attacking or humiliating a person belonging to a particular group. This type of sexual assault incorporates a component, a hatred, or contempt for such a collective. Examples of this can be found in sexual violence against women, LGBT people, or individuals belonging to ethnic minorities. And number 10. Sexual harassment. In sexual harassment, the aggressor proceeds to manifest series of behaviors and attitudes that cause the victim feelings of fear, insecurity, or anguish. While it does not necessarily involve the presence of sexual contact, that it may or may not include the presence of rape. The conduct that is displayed affects the victim's normal course of activity. The type conduct carried or includes the requisites for sexual relationships, unwary approach and touching persistent lascivious contacts, promise or performance or favors in exchange or with the intention for forcing relationships, or use of direct or indirect coercion. It usually occurs in academic or work settings. There are many types of sexual violence, and this is a very big problem that, in my opinion, will never end. Discuss, I think, that we hear it happen every day. It's very sad to know that many boys and girls have been sexually abused, since usually they are people they trust too much, family or friends of their family. Ladies and gentlemen, who have also been raped because of a sick society to of because of a sick society. So if we know some who has been raped, we have to know him that everything what out and justice can be done. We must not remain silent. Without further ado, we leave the victim his favorite driver, Miss Brenda Karina Rangel Gutiérrez, wishing them a great and enjoyable day. Thanks so much, dear Brenda. What a great report. Let's me thinking about this great problem. As well as I hope you have liked the report of the student. I can mention you without remembering that we will see you in a week. Have a very successful day.